Okay. Testing. Hello, can you hear me? I'm not gonna be able... Okay. Alright. I'm back. So, this is how... This is a video. Like, this is how this is a video. This is a video of how to use D&D Beyond. For our D&D game. Okay, so look up D&D Beyond. You'll find this little link right here. And why am I explaining to you how to use how to use Chrome, how to use Google? Of course, you know how to use fucking Google. What the fuck? Does that pick up? No. What the fuck's wrong with me? Anyway, yep. D&D Beyond, you know, official homepage, yada yada. It's gonna be this website. It's gonna look confusing. Whatever. Don't worry. We're gonna sign in this little corner. Click sign in. You're gonna create an account. Doesn't matter what you use to create it. Once you're signed in, this is like the main homepage. Main thing you want to focus is up here. I didn't even explain what fucking D&D Beyond is. I'm so good at this. I'm amazing. D&D Beyond is a website that is basically like D&D virtually. It's like the D&D official website. Everything D&D is on this thing. So you have like the game rules, like classes, okay, like classes, backgrounds, species. They call them species now instead of races because woke. Feats, spells, equipment, magic items, yada yada yada. Shit like collections is your bread and butter stuff. This is what you need to know. Go to collections. You have your characters, your campaigns, my encounters. It's been in beta for years. Ignore that. Homebrew, dice. You just need to focus on these two. Mostly this one, my characters, because that's where you'll create your character. I'm just going to show you guys how to create a character for now. This is all I'm doing. I'm just going to create a character, that's it. These are characters that will be on your screen. Ignore these. They're going to be blank for you. So to start out, you will click create a character. This lovely button. Alright. It will show you different ways you can create your character. You know, you got your standard, pre-made, quick build, random. We're just going to do standard. I'll show you how to do standard. First off, before you actually start creating the character, you have to start out with your preferences, which is like rules. So this doesn't matter whether you have it clicked on or off, but just leave it on just in case, whatever, who knows. Expanded rules, you want that on. This is from other source books, the DLCs that I mentioned earlier. Have that on. 2014 core rules. Okay. 2024 is already implemented into the rules. Doesn't matter. Just, yeah, we're going to be using that. Legacy. Let's keep Legacy on too. Never mind. We want everything on. Optional features, optional class features, customize your origin. We're going to keep these two off for now. It's just like more detail shit. We'll go into it later. It's not a worry now. Advanced type, milestone. Hit point type, fixed. If you guys want to know what all this does or go into it on your own, you can. I'll just tell you how we're going to do it from my game. Fixed is good. It just means the website will do it for you and you don't have to do stupid amount of math on your own. Yeah. Feats, yes. Multiclass required, yes. Show level scaled spells, yes. Encumbrance type. You know, it's just, we're role playing, guys. It's okay. I'm not going to worry about the amount of weight in your pockets. If you're carrying like a fucking 3 different types of armor plates, I'm going to be like, how you doing that? But, yeah. Ignore Ignore coin weight. Yeah. if I ever play a game, if you ever play a game with a DM and they're like, what's the coin weight? I'm gonna be like, where's your dad? Character privacy, campaign only. Next, that's how you go to the next thing. Oh, I probably should just, I'll explain this at the beginning. So these little things is kind of like the steps you have to create your character. So that was home, you know, that was just like the settings. Now we have the class. This is where you actually start making your character. These are the core rules, you know, core classes. Then we have expanded rules because I have a little bit of DLC. So here's my little DLC. 2014 core rule. So these and these are basically the same, except 2024 is like an updated version, so some things are different. So these is like the updated, these are like 2014. For sake of, I haven't gone through the 2024 rules yet, so we're gonna use 2014. It's not gonna be a problem. People still use the D&D rules from like 2nd and 3rd and even for 1st edition, which are like years ago. So it doesn't matter. It's just I'm God. So we're in 2014, y'all. For this, so for, you know what, let's just create, oh, also Critical Role. You guys know Critical Role, or you don't. Doesn't matter. For this little game, you know what, let's make a little barbarian. We're gonna make a Oonga Boonga guy. So when you click a class, little pop-up window, this explains the shit. Fierce warrior who can enter battle rate. Wow. Hit die, D12. What's a hit die? What is a hit die? There's different types of dice in D&D. I'm sure you, if you don't know D&D, I'm sure you at least know that there's different types of dice. Hit die is the die that represents how much health you have when you level up, or when you start and when you level up. So yeah, so hit die, D12. That means you have lots of health. Wow. Your primary ability will be strength. Who would have guessed? Your saves, strength, and constitution. Yeah, I'm not gonna explain these things in the video. This is just how to create your character. So I keep going off on tangents, sorry. So yes, this is the barbarian class, you know. There's little windows and pages like proficiencies, and it shows you what you're good at. Basically, you're good at light armor, medium armor, and shields. You're good at simple weapons and martial weapons. You're not good at any tools because you're dumb. Strength, constitution, and skills. You can choose. You know, make your character. You can choose to from animal handling, athletics, intimidation, blah blah blah. Yeah. Rage, it's a little ability. You get it at 1st level. See, yeah. Unarmored defense, it's another little ability. You also get it at 1st level. Reckless attack, another ability, but you get this one at 2nd level. Whoa. Danger sense, 2nd level. Primary path, 3rd level. Alrighty, so we're gonna start off by making a 3rd level character. All of your characters will be 3rd level starting in my game, because, you know, 1st level it's like, oh, you're in the world. Oh, look, a pebble fell off a cliff and hit you in the head. You're fucking dead already. So we're gonna do 3rd level, so you know you can like at least get punched in the gut and be fine. Most classes, every class has a subclass. Why am I explaining this to you? You're gonna watch a video on it anyway. Okay. 3rd level. Yeah. This just explains the ins and outs of the class. So we'll add that class. All right. So, character name. Let's name him Steve. Flint and Steel. Flint and Steel. He's level 1. This is his HP. This is his hit die, whatever. We're going to make him a level 3. We're going to make your guys level 3. This is how to make your character. Sorry. Level 3. Alright. So, little explanation point means you have to do something there. All of these, you know, read them if you want to know what your character does and is, you know, so it's always good to know yourself, you know. Yeah, so read these. But these little things means you actually get to choose something that's unique for your character. So proficiencies, yeah, you already read that, or I already told you about this. So skills, you can choose, you know, 2 from blah 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 blah. So let's choose those 2. So let's say Flint and Steel is an animal lover. He's good at handling animals. He loves animals. Animals love him. What also is Flint and Steel good at? Let's say he's good at intimidation. He's very scary, but an animal lover. He's a scary guy, but he loves animals. So he's good at intimidation, and he's also good with animals. Rage, ability, whatever. Primal path. So, here. 3rd level, you get to choose your primal path. There are videos that I will send you, or have already sent, that you guys can look at, and you can choose this. For example, if you're making a barbarian, you know, choose that option. Boom. Expanded rules, Path of Wild Magic, Path of the Beast, 2014, Path of the Berserker. Also, not every subclass that you will see a video of will be available to us. If we were making our characters on pen and paper, then it would. But also, if we were making our characters on pen and paper, it would take an entire day to make a character. Since we're using D&D Beyond, we are limited to certain things. So, you know what? Let's say use Path of the Berserker, because that sounds cool. That also means, because Path of Berserker, we get this. We get this little ability. Super cool. There, we're done with our class. Finish with that. Next, then we go to the background. We will choose a background. You know, we'll choose a background, optional. You know, all these are basically different things. Haunted one, acolyte, criminal, sage, soldier, haunted one, acolyte. They repeat. Folk hero. Oh yeah, because 2014, and then these are like core rules. Core rules represent 2024. Shit like that, I don't really care. You know, do whatever. You can do 2024 here if you want. It's not really going to be a big fucking whoopee. Obviously, I would prefer you to use 2014 for sake of, I would like it to be more 2014 oriented, because I don't really know anything about 2024. Whatever. He's a noble. That means this. Whoa. Also, this means squat. I don't really care. You choose your background. I don't really care. Basically, all this does is give you a skill proficiency or a tool proficiency. So like history and persuasion, whatever. For sake of like role playing, try to make it like accurate, at least to what your character is. So like if your character's like, oh, I'm a fallen soldier, I used to be in the military but not anymore, then, you know, click soldier. He's not a soldier now, but, you know, the thing will be at least close. I'm sure you guys will come up with shit that's not on this list. That's fine. Just try to pick one that sounds the most like that character. It doesn't mean your character is all of this shit. Don't worry. Languages, you know, everybody speaks unless you're mute. So, you know, pick a language. Accidentally Elvish, whatever. Boom. Position of privilege, whatever. Character, suggested characteristics. This is not important, but like this just, you know, helps make your character feel real. So personality traits, we'll choose 2. Choose 2 that make your character, you know, that sound like your character. It gives your character a personality. It's literally what it's called. Ideals, choose 1. Is he good? Is he chaotic? Is he evil? Whatever. Bonds, choose 1 or 2. It doesn't matter. You're not really limited, but just don't choose every one of them. Flaws, you know, choose 1 or 2, 3 if you want. It doesn't matter. It's good to have flaws. Your character's not perfect. It makes your character feel real again. It's good. The more real your character feels, the better the character is. Character details. Alignment. This is important. Alignment is important. This will dictate how your character kind of acts. A lot of people don't really like alignments because it's kind of like black and white, and that's not how people are. So I don't really care what alignment you are, but you can't be evil because it's hard. Because if all of you guys are the heroes or whatever, and you have one person that's evil, it's hard to. Why would the evil person help the good people? It can work if you guys want an evil character. Talk to me beforehand. I don't want any of you guys to be evil though, at least in this game, especially because it's your first game. So whatever. Lawful good, lawful neutral, neutral good, chaotic neutral. It's kind of just like how your character kind of acts, you know, morally, I guess. Yeah, pick one, not evil. Lifestyle. This is how wealthy your character is. I will also give you guys a set amount of gold when we start, but just pick one here that fits your backstory. Physical characteristics. It's not required to fill out, but it's just a nice little place to put little details of your character. I prefer to write my character's backstory in a Google Doc, for example. But again, this is just a nice little thing that you can write if you want. Personality characteristics. This is where all the shit that you chose up above, it'll put it here. I didn't really pick one, but the things you pick up above will be put there. Notes. This is just other notes you can put. Allies, enemies, your entire backstory if you want. This is just for you. It doesn't matter. It's not super important. So next. Then we go to species, because woke. It's not an issue, I don't really care. But yeah, woke, whatever. These are the races. Again, I haven't done 2024 yet, so I don't want you guys using these for now. So we can use expanded rules, 2024. Yeah, expanded in 2024. 2014. So for this, let's say Flint and Steel is a half-orc. Sure. Oh, real quick. No Goliaths. Goliaths are huge. That's difficult. Just no Goliaths. Custom lineage, that's new, I think. No, it's not. Custom lineage. You get to create your own race, species, whatever. Pretty sure. I've never done that, so I'm not gonna. I've never done that, so I don't really know how that works. But D&D Beyond's simple. If you want to create your own race of whatever the fuck, ask me, tell me about it. Click that and create it. It'll help you. It'll go along it. And if you need help, just ask me. I'll help you. But yeah, for now, let's say he's a half orc. Just like the class, it tells you all the shit about it, which is cool. Confirm. So there, Flint and Steel is a half orc barbarian now. Cool. Half orc tells you about the half orcs, special traits, right there. Right from the get-go, you have all these. Ability score increase, your strength score increases by 2, and your constitution score increases by 1. Why? Because you're a half-orc. That's simple. All these other things, you can read them. It'd be good to read them. It tells you what it does. These are all the things you get for being a half-orc. Cool. Let's go. Ability scores. This is like I've said this like 4 times already, but this is like the main thing. Anyway, choose a generation method. There are 3 ways to, this is your stats. There are 3 ways to make your stats. You have your standard array, which is a standard set of numbers, and you just assign the number for whatever stat you want. This is the most balanced, in my opinion, because it means you will be good at something and you will be bad at something. Again, it's good to be bad at something. Not everybody's perfect. Then you have manual rolled. This is where you just roll every ability score and it's just completely random. You can get an overpowered character who's good at everything or a character who's bad at everything. If you roll and your character's bad at everything, re-roll. It's fine. Yeah. Point buy. This is where you have a maximum amount of numbers and you just put however many you want in each. So it's like more balanced than rolled, but still standard array is like the most balanced. I like standard array. I would prefer to use standard array. Yeah. But sure, we'll roll. Whatever. Just after you roll, tell me you guys' stats, and I will kind of confirm if I'm okay with them or not, because I'm God. So if I don't like them, I'll ask you to re-roll. If you have like 18, 19, 20, 16, 17, all that high, it's like, hey, you're going to be overpowered. Re-roll. Get an 11 at least on something. But sure, for sake of showing you, we'll do roll. This is these are your stats right here. This is how you roll. So roll. It will roll for you. It will roll and do the math for you. If you want to roll your own dice, go ahead. But yeah, we'll roll them for us. 10, 13, 10, 13, 10, 6, 12, 15, 10. Okay. These are, and then once you roll all of them, you will assign a number with whatever, there. And then once you roll, you pick the number and you assign it to whatever stat you want. So, you know, Flinton Steel's a barbarian. He's like Oonga Boonga strength guy. So I'll pick the highest number, which is 15, and I'll put it for strength. Boom. There. But he's not that smart. So I will put 6 for intelligence. He's not that smart of a guy. You know, and then you assign each other for whatever. Constitution, which is kind of like your health. Constitution's very health kind of based. So if you want more health, higher number in Constitution, most of the time. It also depends on class. You know, he's a barbarian. He can move fast. I'll put dexterity for 12, and then wisdom 10, charisma 10. Boom. Then you apply ability scores, and then boom, it's all right there. And then based on your class and your race or species, woke, you'll get a bonus for specific abilities. So even though I rolled 15 for strength, since he's a barbarian, he kind of gets a boost. So his total number is 17. Yeah, Constitution 13. 14. Or no. There. Based off of what you roll, you will also get a bonus in that ability. So 10 is kind of the average. 20 is like max, even though you can get above 20. 10 is average though. The higher number you get, the more bonus you get for that stat. And down here, it'll show you all of your stats. So, you know, strength, total is 17, modifiers plus 3 because 15. Yada, yada, yada. There is a method to how the numbers become these numbers. But this is just a quick guide, so I'll explain them to you. If you want to know why, I'll explain it to you later. But basically, this is how it is. Yeah. Next. Starting equipment. You can choose equipment or gold. Again, I will give you gold, so pick equipment. And then you can choose barbarian starting equipment. You want to start with a great axe or any martial weapon. If you choose any martial weapon, they'll give you a list. And if you're like, what the fuck is this? What is that? I don't want to choose. if I don't know what it is. Don't worry. You can look it up on Google. It'll know exactly what it is. Just look up rapier. What is rapier? D&D. Boom. It'll pop up all of that. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I will choose a great axe because any simple weapon. Boom. I'll choose a crossbow for long range. An explorer pack with 4 javelins in there. It tells you all the shit that your explorer pack comes with. So cool. So bonita. Noble starting equipment. You get a starting equipment based off of your background. Like I told you, you can choose soldier, acolyte, whatever. Boom. Gives you all this shit. A purse containing 25 gold. Hell yeah. See, don't choose gold. And then, but it's not yours yet. Click add starting equipment. Once you do that, boom. Gives you a list. Current inventory. Shows you everything you have, the quantity, boom, you have all of it. It's all good, it's all amazing. Other possessions, just like background possessions, say like, oh, in my background I got a family heirloom of whatever the fuck. Just type it in here, save and close, whatever. But if you want to add an item, you can. Again, talk to me first so I can confirm that I'm okay with it. Yeah. But here, it's all sectioned off like this. They have tons of stuff. So they have magical things. It's fine. Currency. Here's how you add how much money your character will start off with. Again, I will start you guys off with some gold based off of who your character is and also just fairness, so don't really worry about that. I'll do it when we play the game. There, next. Come together, boom. You're grody. Grody's gross. What? You're good. You're goody. You can export this as a PDF and you can print out the paper and then it has all of it on your character sheet. It's all fine and dandy. It's easier to use D&D Beyond. Alright, here's where everything is. It looks scary, but don't worry. This bar right here is all of your stats. We did that already. Proficiency bonus. Very simple. If I have you roll a dice for a skill or a weapon, anything, if I have you roll for any reason, and whatever that thing you are rolling for, you just happen to be proficient in, you add that bonus because you're proficient in that thing. Here's your speed, armor class, initiative, HP is up in this corner, defenses, conditions, yada yada yada. These are all the skill checks that you can use in the game. For example, you want to talk to an animal, do animal handling. If you want to lie to somebody, deception. Black dot means that you are proficient in it. So, it's pretty good. Here's your armor, weapons, yada yada. These are like the type of armors, type of weapons you're good at. Stuff like that. In the corner right here you have your dice. So it's good, click that and then you can just roll a d20. Click roll. And then boom. You roll a d20, whoa, and it tells you right here. Any number you click, basically almost any number you click, it'll do it for you. If I want you to roll intimidation, if you want to scare somebody and I ask you to roll intimidation, just click the 2. It rolls it for you, adds the 2, boom, easy. This little box right here is basically everything you can do. Here's your actions, inventory, features and traits, background, basically everything you did earlier while creating the character is right here. Actions is what your character can actually do, like in combat, for example. Like you can attack, punch somebody. We got a great axe. So in order to equip it, boom, click the little red dot, or click the square to make the red dot, me red square. There's no dots. And then that means it's equipped. So now you can go to actions, attack, and then boom. See, you can attack with it. Simple. This is your roll to hit. So you roll to hit somebody. Let's just say you hit them. There's your damage. All these details I'll help you in like actual, like during the actual game. I'll help you with it. But basically, this is how you create your character. Little extra stuff. If you go into the corner right here, where Flint and Steel is, you can click Manage. And then right here, you can actually customize everything. You can customize a little profile picture, customize the name, change sheet appearance. This is just for funsies, or well, no. Click Change Sheet Appearance, and that's how you change your profile picture. Yada yada. You can change the theme, like how it's red. You can change that. Under dark mode is cool. It's just dark mode. It's just dark mode. Yeah, but that's basically it. If you need help, ask me, please. Please ask me. I will help you. Yeah. Thank you for watching my TED Talk. I'm gonna go now.